There are smart people everywhere, right? Why should they be forced to move to Silicon Valley to build a company?
So why should anybody move to Silicon Valley? I mean, you could do it in Colorado. You can do it in, Berlin. You can do it in Tokyo. But Silicon Valley is very special
Yeah.
in a couple ways. So, number one, the concentration of capital is much higher in Silicon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Silicon Valley, as we've seen with AI, tends to take the lead on pushing the envelope with new technologies. So, you're going to be right at the epicenter when those new technologies are born. You're going to be gaining a huge competitive edge. Silicon Valley is very open culture. So you go to other places and they're much more closed. Like uh, those, it's much harder in most. Like I spent a month working with entrepreneurs in Vienna, Austria. And it's a fantastic place to live, fantastic, entrepreneurs there. Very, very hard to raise capital. The entrepreneurs are always saying, it's hard to get the local venture capitalists to take risks. And when you get them to take risks, it's hard to get enough money to actually scale up and grow a big business. So they struggle. And that's in their dream. The second part of the equation is it's a dream, right? People all over the world have heard of Silicon Valley. They've
Right.
heard of all the amazing things that come out, and they want to experience the dream. So, and a lot of them are young. There's a lot of them are single, and they can uproot much more easily and take a chance. And a lot of them do.
So is what I'm hearing here, smart entrepreneurs make the move to the United States to build their companies?
Not necessarily. It depends on your company. So when I go abroad and work with entrepreneurs, which I do all the time,
Yeah.
I will look at their business very carefully and I will tell them honestly, because it's a huge financial decision for most of them to even come to Silicon Valley for a few weeks.
Right.
It's so expensive,
Mm-hmm.
and they're usually very tight on money. Where could they best allocate their money? A lot of them I'll say, you're just not ready. You are not ready to make the move. Others I'll say, you do not have something that's special. Like you're not going to be able to compete. Silicon Valley's going to crush you. Like you better, maybe you could be a small startup in your home country doing what you're doing, but you come to Silicon Valley, you're going to be outcompeted. And others, I will say you're right. This is perfect for Silicon Valley. Like what you're doing, if you come over now, you have something and you can grow it. So there's no one size answer that fits all. You have to look very at the details of their business. Is it right for the Silicon Valley? Is it right for the US market? Are they the type of entrepreneur who can navigate it? If they don't have the language abilities, I'm sorry, but in America, if you don't speak English, really hard to raise capital and grow your business.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hard. So, and some of them don't. So I tell them through a translator, stay where you are.
Carol Schultz here. Thanks for watching this excerpt from Authentically Successful. The conversation doesn't end there. So if you want to hear this episode in full and all my conversations with many other successful founders and CEOs, please visit verticalelevation.com/podcast.